just mixed my beef and broccoli together. That is seasoned with some soy sauce, garlic, and ginger. I had made beef and broccoli. I had an extra thing of broccoli in the refrigerator. Now I've mixed that together. That's a meal for at least me and my husband, maybe a third person. I have this turkey, rice, and beans that I fixed probably Wednesday. Doesn't matter. I don't even know when this video is going to come out. So we went to my mother-in-law's house also, and she had this corn and black bean salsa. It has cheese in it, and I'm going to put that in. It has Rotel tomatoes. It's basically the same flavor profile, so I'm just going to put that in with my corn turkey taco mixture, and I'm layering those tortillas that got put into the refrigerator without being sealed. They got a little hard, but I'm just putting those in my Pyrex dish and making layers with that, and it's coming together in real time right here because these are just leftovers. Pull everything out of your refrigerator, see which flavor profiles are the same, and come up with something that you can make, because this will be a whole another meal for my family. Now, I have this corn that I can also cut off the cob. It still smells great. I think there's enough corn in this, so I'm probably going to cut off this corn off the cob and roast it and just have it as a side dish. I have these jalapenos. They are pickled. We're not a big fan of jalapenos, but I can just put some of that juice in there. And then when I do it, I'll put the cheese on the top, which I have cheese in my fridge. I will put jalapenos on one little section. I was going to open these avocados and see if they're any good, because if they are, we can have this tonight, some avocado salsa, because I picked a ton of tomatoes out of my garden. Well, those are a little past, so if they all look like that, then they're all ruined, which is a shame. I need to keep a list on my refrigerator. I used to work in a lunchroom, and they kept a list. Oh, that one looks good. On their refrigerator of everything that was in the refrigerator. Same for their freezer. And I have made that list and kept it in a notebook before, but then it's not readily available for you to see. Okay, that one is over. And then let's hope that there's at least one more avocado worth having. Maybe about half of that one. So I'll put it over there and see what I can salvage from it. Sometimes when your avocados are a little brown, they taste a little bitter, and we don't really want that. So I'll taste them and see what happens with that. Okay, I've got some cheese in that leftover salsa, but to make it a little more appealing, I'm going to sprinkle some cheese on it. This is just cheese that I have left over from making dinner to go. I can always find something in the refrigerator to make a meal out of. And then I'm going to take these jalapenos and just sprinkle them over one side. They won't be wasted. And then whoever likes the spicy can eat those. We like the taste, just not always the spice. There's one little bit of garlic in there. Those jalapenos came from the best Chinese restaurant in Alexander City, which is actually the Daylight Donut Shop. So that's fun. And that's done. So I have beef and broccoli. I have a taco casserole. And might I suggest these Pyrex bowls and baking dishes with lids? They are super. can stack my stuff without worrying if it's going to fall in. Okay, let's have a little taste of this avocado. Tastes just fine on that end, so we're going to use that end. If it doesn't have any brown. I'm not going to dig too deep there. Still got my scrap bowl over here, and then we are going to use these avocados because they don't have any brown. I thought it was so cool when I learned how to take the pit out of an avocado using a knife. That and cracking an egg one-handed. Boy, I thought I was really something. This one has some brown down there on that edge, so we're going to be careful not to get any of that. That makes you feel like you're some kind of accomplished cook in the kitchen. I will never use the word chef with my name because even though I know a little bit about creating recipes and combining flavors, that's just not something that I think I am worthy of. So this is, I bought some avocado singles for the kids to take for lunch and for me to take for lunch, but now this last one's just kind of rolling around in the fridge and I need to get it out of there. So I'm going to add that to it. It has some lime juice that I'm going to use in today's dinner to go recipes. I'm going to give that a good dousing of lime. That probably ended up to be about a tablespoon. And then if I can get my cutting board, it just occurred to me that I could add this little piece of pickled lime in there. Pickled garlic in there. And that would be really good. So I'm going to give that a little dice with an inappropriate knife, but my good knife is being washed in the dishwasher. Yes, I know you're not supposed to put your knives in the dishwasher, but it started out in the dishwasher, and now I can't get it sharp as it was again ever without sharpening every time, so I might as well just wash it in the dishwasher. Okay. That lime will keep the avocado from turning. We'll also give it a nice sharp bite. I'm not going to mash it up too much because it's delicious when it is chunks like that. Then later on when I get ready to serve it, I'll pull out some of those tomatoes that I harvested from the garden. I'll slice those up and put it in it. Maybe some green onions if I have them. So there is a little guacamole side dish, and I have all these crazy little containers of sour cream and red pepper crema in the refrigerator from when I was doing HelloFresh. And so that'll be a good side dish along with those for this Mexican meal. All right, leftover meal number 3. Clean up just a little bit. My daughter made some macaroni and cheese with our homegrown sausage. Those are the, it's just a boxed macaroni and cheese with sausage in it. Then I have some sausage hash, same flavor profile. You can see it barely even looks any different. My sink's getting full. Thank you for my husband who loaded that dishwasher this morning. I'm debating on that. We'll leave that. But I know that sausage pasta sauce will go great with noodles and sausage. That's all we have in there. Not really recipe makers here. Just feeding bellies. Filling bellies. And it's all sausage, noodles, and spaghetti sauce, so I think that's going to be just fine. You Give that a quick little zhuzh. If this is making you gag right now, you should probably turn off the video and find you either one of my recipes that I do for dinner to go or something about my beautiful farm. Maybe you would like to watch me put tile in a shower or destroy my crops in my greenhouse, because I say I'm a farmer, but I'm really just a pretend farmer. I am not going to put that beef and chicken and gravy in there. I'm going to eat that over a biscuit later for lunch. Got a little bit of garlic bread to go with this casserole. And let's put it in something that we can bake it in. We can bake it in this. Pasta, sausage, spices, a little bit of spaghetti, leftover bolognese. You call it bolognese because it does have the meat in it. That was cooked down with spices and a bay leaf. I do like to juice up my spaghetti sauce quite a bit. So we have that, and I know that I saw in this refrigerator some Parmesan cheese still rolling around from when I had, oh, there's a little mozzarella cheese too. Parmesan cheese rolling around from a dinner to go, or not a dinner to go, a HelloFresh. You know, even people who like to cook, that cheese won't do. Even people who like to cook have to have a break from time to time. So I did try HelloFresh. I liked it, but I feel like their recipes all started tasting the same after a while. Found this little gem. It's a little bit of mozzarella cheese. It's not crazy lot, but it'll do. And I knew I had this in there from HelloFresh. So it's grated Parmesan. And those cheeses will make that delicious. Meal number 3 from LeFtOvErS. I've got the beef and broccoli. I've got the Mexican tortilla casserole. And now I have a baked pasta akin to baked spaghetti with 2 beautiful cheeses on top. And I haven't spent a dime extra on any of these meals yet. That's number 3. Meal number 4 is going to be a little bit of a tricky one. I've got some chicken breasts that I cooked with honey mustard, cheese, and bacon. I have some roasted potatoes left over, and then I think what I'm going to do is use that chicken and gravy also. It's all going to taste good together. And then I'll just cook this with green beans or something when I get ready to cook it. Let's get this out. Slice it up into bite-sized pieces. It was really delicious. This recipe is so simple. I actually think that it might be in the dinner to go section. Honey mustard and bacon chicken. I may not have posted it yet, but we'll see. It's honey mustard poured over chicken breasts with some spices and herbs, cheddar cheese, and bacon. If you've ever had Alice Springs chicken at the Outback, then that is what this is like. I don't do a lot of complicated recipes for dinner to go. I get a wild hair every now and then to do a complicated recipe. Okay, I was thinking, what am I going to put this in? But there's not a whole lot of it, so I'm just going to put it back into the dish that it came out of because I can cook it in that. You know the thing that I like most about these recipes? Once I put it together, there, that's chicken, a little bit of gravy with some mushrooms, peppers, and onions. It'll go beautifully with that. But once I put it together, got a little mustard to add a zing. That may be a lot of mustard, but we'll see. So what I'm trying to get out of my mouth, instead of continuing to interrupt myself with new thoughts about how I can buy them the food, is once I put it together, they don't know the difference. And I know you may not be this way at your house, but that's okay, because it takes all kinds to make the world go round. And this is something that I have done to help my family for a long time. Sometimes I have a little job outside the home that usually proves more detrimental than it helps, because I'm not here to help the kids. I'm not here to get their stuff for school. I'm not here to sign their papers. That all falls to someone else or doesn't get done. And our house is an absolute shambles. So by doing this and saving some money, I really do help my family. Now this is going to be chicken, bacon, cheese, onions, a little bit of mustard for some zing. It's all cooked, so if you want to, you can just take a scoop out and put it in the microwave. That mustard is going to make it good. I know it is. There's another little casserole. And if you're not watching from the South, I apologize. But in the South, cheese covers a multitude of sins. And we use it like salt and pepper. So there's a little bit more of that leftover cheese on top of that. Chicken, cheese, onions, bacon. I think that's going to be well received at my house, and that'll feed 4 people, maybe 3 if my teenage son is really hungry. So that's meal number 4. Beef and broccoli, Mexican casserole with the guacamole. Don't forget that, and the other sides that are in the fridge. I also have a pasta bake with grated Parmesan and mozzarella, and now I have this cheesy chicken potato casserole. We've done all of this. I've paused the video just a few times. I would say I've made these 4 meals from leftovers. I've made them in less than 20 minutes, and they will all be in my refrigerator along with what I made last night's leftovers for dinner and a vegetable soup that I had in the freezer that my daughter was fixing. I've made it all in 20 minutes, and that is a good deal of food for my family for the week. So I count that as a win. I hope that if you're looking for some things to do with your leftovers, that you'll be able to do some kind of thing like this and count it as a win for your family too. We're in some kind of pinched times, so hopefully this will help. Thanks so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe.